Did you know that the average person forgets 50% of what they learn within 1 hour of studying it? And after just one day, they've forgotten 70%? It's shocking, but it's the reality for most of us. The good news? You don't have to be stuck in this cycle. What if you could learn anything 10 times faster? Imagine mastering a new skill or acing your exams in a fraction of the time it usually takes. The secret isn't about working harder or longer. It's about learning smarter. In this book, you'll discover simple, proven methods to turbocharge your learning. These strategies have been tested by scientists, used by top performers, and shared by experts across various fields. Whether you want to learn a new language, skill, or even improve your memory, these methods will change the way you study, practice, and grow. Ready to learn smarter, not harder? Let's dive into the first of many powerful techniques that will help you unlock your brain's full potential. Chapter 1: The Feynman Technique. Teach what you learn. The Feynman Technique is a brilliant method named after Nobel-winning physicist Richard Feynman. His secret to learning was teaching. By breaking complex ideas into simple language, he found gaps in his knowledge. When you teach something, it forces you to deeply understand the material. Here's how it works. Start by choosing a topic you want to learn. Then, try to explain it as if you're teaching it to a 5-year-old. This process makes your brain simplify and process the information better. If you can't explain something clearly, it means you need to review that part again. As Feynman said, if you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. This technique is backed by research showing that explaining material helps reinforce it. Chapter 2: Spaced Repetition. Review at intervals. Ever wonder why cramming the night before a test doesn't work? Our brains forget information quickly if we don't review it regularly. That's where spaced repetition comes in. The idea is simple: instead of reviewing everything in one go, review it over increasing intervals of time. Studies show that you're more likely to remember information long-term if you space out your study sessions. For example, you review material after 1 day, then 3 days, then a week, and so on. Using apps like Anki or Quizlet can make this process even easier. In fact, research indicates that spaced repetition can improve memory retention by up to 30%. By spacing out your learning, you allow your brain to solidify the knowledge at each interval. Chapter 3: Active Recall. Test yourself. Active recall is another powerful technique. Instead of passively reading or watching videos, actively quiz yourself on the material. This simple strategy forces your brain to retrieve information, which strengthens your memory. A study from the University of California found that students who actively tested themselves remembered 50% more information than those who just reread notes. Here's how it works: after reading a section of material, close the book and try to recall the key ideas. Don't look at your notes right away. Afterward, check to see how accurate your recall was. This process, though simple, has a huge impact on learning efficiency. Want more tips on how to learn faster and smarter? Subscribe for exclusive techniques and tips. Chapter 4: Deliberate Practice. Focus on improvement. Deliberate practice is different from regular practice. It's about pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone. The key is to focus on specific areas of weakness and work on them with intention. This is how elite performers in any field improve faster than the average person. A study by psychologist Anders Ericsson, who coined the term deliberate practice, showed that top performers in music, chess, and sports spent more hours practicing specific skills compared to average performers. It's not just about putting in more time, it's about putting in focused, purposeful practice. By breaking down tasks and practicing with intention, you speed up your learning process. Chapter 5: Interleaving. Mix it up. Mixing up different topics or skills while studying is called interleaving. It might sound counterintuitive at first, but research has shown that alternating between different subjects helps with long-term retention. When you study one subject for a long time, your brain gets used to that type of learning, and you stop making new connections. For example, instead of studying math for an hour straight, mix it with some history or science. A 2011 study from the Journal of Educational Psychology found that students who interleaved practice performed better on exams than those who studied one subject at a time. Interleaving helps your brain to build connections across different topics, which improves your understanding and retention. Chapter 6: Visualization. Create a mental picture. Visualization is not just for athletes. It's a technique that works for anyone who wants to learn something faster. When you visualize information, you're creating a mental map that helps your brain process and store it better. This technique works well for anything, from learning a language to memorizing a speech. A study in the Journal of Cognitive Neuroscience found that when people visualize information, they activate the same areas of the brain as when they actually perform the action. For example, imagine you're learning to play a musical instrument. By visualizing your fingers playing the right notes, you're actually helping to strengthen the motor skills needed for playing. Whether it's remembering facts or mastering new skills, visualization helps to improve your memory and learning speed. Curious about how to make learning even easier? Subscribe now for more brain-boosting strategies. Each of these techniques is a small yet powerful tool that can make a big difference in how quickly you learn. By teaching, testing yourself, and mixing up your practice, you'll be able to absorb new material more efficiently. Add visualization and spaced repetition to the mix, and you'll see a huge boost in your learning speed. The best part? These techniques are simple, effective, and can be applied to almost any skill or subject. Start using them today, and you'll be amazed at how much you can learn in less time.